The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
This is the Route Tree, broadcasting live on DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys app. Now, your host, Drew Pearson.
All right. Welcome to another edition or another episode of the Route Tree. I'm your host, the original number 88, Drew Pearson, and I'm bringing you another legendary episode. Today, we've got a very special guest, a man who defined toughness, leadership, and excellence for the Dallas Cowboys, a three-time Super Bowl champ. You got them rings on, homie?
No, I don't.
No, come on, man. Good to bring. I got one. I wear it all the time. A three-time Super Bowl champ, a five-time Pro Bowler, and one of the most respected voices in the game. And three-time All-Pro? Yeah, All-Pro. That's the big one.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the big one.
3-4 times All-Pro.
Yeah.
So, I got a little bit of all that.
Amen.
Yeah.
And you hear him. That's none other than the great Darren Woodson with the number 28. Hut. Don't you hit me, man. Don't you hurt me, man. I know you're a little punchy right now. The Super Bowl just ending and all that, you know.
It was fun, though, man. I mean, Drew, I'm a defensive guy with a defensive mindset, and to watch D-Law get his ring.
Yeah, how cool was that?
It was, man. It was special. It was special in the sense that, he spent time here in Dallas, and, the focus has never really been on the defensive side of the ball. It's always been on the opposite side of the ball for him.
Woody,
and he
check
knew.
that out.
Oh, look at that.
That's in the Dallas paper.
Oh, that is
They
awesome.
rubbing it in. Can y'all see that? D-Law looking sharp.
Yeah, man. But, he's always kind of had that,
That
chip
flair.
on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And, he's always wanted to win on the defensive side of the ball. So it was good. It was good to see him land in a position, a place that he was comfortable in, that accepted him for who he was, and now he has a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, and took advantage of his skills and that he brought.
Yes.
And that was that piece they needed.
Yeah.
But, we can talk about that Super Bowl because, I played 11 years in the NFL. You played 11?
12.
12. Mm-hmm. And 3 Super Bowls. And I'm thinking about what really got us to the Super Bowl. Now, we had a good offense, 28, 29, 30 points a game. Mm-hmm. But the D was giving us that ball in good field position and everything.
Yeah.
And I've come to the conclusion, if you want to win in this league, you can be all that with the offense, and I'm an offensive guy.
Right.
But if you don't have that D that can get that ball back for you and keep people out the end zone, make them kick field goals instead of TDs, right?
And it's not always just takeaways. Sometimes it's just winning on third down, and it becomes a field position game. And when you look at the personnel of any team, most of those same defensive players are playing on the special teams as well. Mm-hmm. So they're playing on 2 phases of the game. We always talk about you got to at least win 2 phases, 2 of the 3 phases, right? And when you have a gritty defense and guys who want to play, their alpha mentality, and they want to get stops, and there's a little pride in them, the fact that they don't want to give up anything. Mm-hmm. And in any situation, especially in the playoffs, you always see, even the great offenses, sometimes they may have some glitches. Sometimes the timing's not right. They get out on third down, and then they got to reset because everything's based on timing with offense, and they got to get comfortable within themselves. And then you'll see a really great offense. They may sputter, and then they take off at some point. Well, the great defense is, the one thing about having a really good defense is that they are going to win on third down. Yeah. And they're going to give your offense more opportunities to get started, get comfortable with itself, and then you get going on offense side of the ball. But, it was similar to what we did in the early 90s is we ran the ball consistently, and we played good defense, and we controlled the line of scrimmage. And that allowed us to be in the fourth quarter and win these tight, close games.
And running the ball, you're eating up that clock.
Yes.
And, keeping them off the field and that type of thing. So, that's what it's all about. And anyway, we had that doomsday defense, and they were giving that ball, on the 45 and in and 50 and in. I'm like, okay, that's at least 3, but we're going to get 6 out of that.
I hear that.
But, Woody, let's talk from the beginning, man. You come from Arizona.
Yep.
Maryville? Is that how you
I came
pronounce
from Maryville, the Maryville area on the west side of Phoenix, and grew up with a single mom, no father figure. My father did come back. He was in our lives, but wasn't in our lives. And we have a strong relationship today, but back then when
with
I grew
your dad?
With my father, yes. Cool. But then Who was a Pearson? Who was a Drew Pearson fan back in the day?
Right?
Yes,
cool.
hands down. But
I know.
But he, wasn't in our life. My mom raised 4 kids by herself, and I watched my mother for so many years wake up at early in the morning, go to her first job, get done with that about 4:30, 5 o'clock. She worked at the Superior Court, Maricopa County Superior Court, for 38 years.
Wow.
And then worked her second job for 26 years.
Wow.
And she continued. She did that
She's a
forever.
legend.
She just did it and I saw her do it every single day. And I had an older sister who was 7 years older than me and 2 older brothers. And man, I just, you talk about a sacrifice. She did all of that.
Yeah.
And she was my hero. She was, everything to all of us and still is to this day. But that was my background, man. That's where I come from. I come from a church. I come from the church, dude. We stayed in the church every day.
Amen.
Like we were the church. Like in Phoenix, you don't have yards. You don't have like grass. You got rocks in the front. Yeah, dude. I'm straightening out rocks in the front of the church and doing all those things. So she's special.
Right on. Well, that made you special as well coming through.
Yeah.
But you were a pretty good offensive player.
Yeah.
Coming through high school, I know.
Yeah.
A running back.
I was a running back. Man.
What happened, man? What happened?
I wasn't that damn good.
One game, you scored 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, Drew. We weren't.
Come on.
We wasn't playing. We playing the little sisters of the poor in that game. But look, I figured. Look, I was a decent running back. I played running back my entire life.
Right.
But I was always on the defensive side of the ball too, and I always loved playing defense. I like tackling. I like pursuing and chasing, and like to be the hitter, not the hittee. So playing running back was, it was fun for a long time. I got into high school and had really, 2 really good running back partners with me, and Felipe Sparks, another guy named Kevin Galbraith, and we all went to college. And Felipe ended up playing with the New York Giants for a long time. But we had a really good offense in high school, and I loved the running back position, man, but my heart was not there.
Nah.
It just wasn't. I just wanted to.
So you were going both ways.
I played both ways. I played linebacker, safety in high school, and then went to college, and I got recruited across the country by major colleges to play running back, some defense, and then I went to Arizona State, and Lovie Smith put me on the defense.
He was coaching you for a while over there.
Correct.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. But you being from Arizona, was it a natural to go there, or AU or ASU?
No, it wasn't. And it wasn't like my first choice. USC was my first choice,
Nice.
and that's where I wanted to go, and that's where I was going to go. And I ended up being what they call a Prop 48.
Okay.
And my grades weren't good enough.
Hey, give me some. I was the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I was a Prop 48, man. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot, though, Drew. I learned a lot from that process, and I'll get into it here. But I went to college my first year, and I had to sit out. I couldn't be around the football program. I had to just go to school. And
this is not a red shirt.
No, it's not a red shirt. Man. This
is worse than that.
Especially, playing since I've been playing tackle football since I was in 2nd grade. I was 7 years old playing tackle football. And now I'm missing a season because I had a lackluster performance in high school, and I just didn't try. And I didn't think it would ever catch up to me. And it finally did. And then I got into college, and I had to sit out that first year. The embarrassment of that was just tremendous, man. But it shaped me. Like it shaped me into the person that I am today, because it was the first time I ran into any type of hurdles, any type of obstacles. And that obstacle was I couldn't play. People looked down on me as far as, hey, man, he's too stupid. He's just a football player, blah, blah, blah. And I had this perception. I knew I was way smarter than that, man. I knew that academically I could get through it. But it was that first year of sitting out, man, it really formed me into thinking, okay, all right, I'm sitting out, but I'm going to show everybody, one, that I can get through this. And then secondly, I found other avenues of life. It wasn't football was like my whole focus in life was football. And that sitting out that first year, I met so many people they had nothing to do with football, and I'd find out what their parents did for a living, and there are people that did real estate. There are people that owned orchards, and they had and I was like, man, this is different. Yeah. Now, I grew up in this little bubble in Maryville. I didn't know none of this stuff.
All this was going on.
Now, there's all these professions that I could get involved with, and that really opened my eyes to today, to where I am today as a businessman. It's like I learned a little bit of what's out there my freshman year in college.
Yeah, well, you must have learned something because you were a criminal justice major.
Yeah, I was criminal justice.
Where did you learn to get into that field?
But I learned to get into that field because my mom worked for Maricopa County Superior Court. Okay. I used to watch her go to work, and a lot of her friends and her bosses were judges and we're with the court system, and I kind of was very familiar with that, but I had a business minor as well, and I was going through the criminal justice, and once I committed to doing that my freshman year, by my junior year, and I graduated in 3.5 years. By my junior year, I was like, I want to learn business as well. So I kept a business minor as well.
Right on. Well, we want to get into a little bit more about your college career, your coaches that you had coming through. But we're going to do that when we get back. Before we get back with the legendary Darren Woodson. We'll do that when the route tree continues right after this. Hut.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
Cowboys fans, we've got big news. Black Rifle Energy is now available at Texas 7-Eleven stores. And for a limited time, you can score 2 cans for just $6 at participating locations. These cans pack a serious punch, 200 milligrams of caffeine, veteran-crafted flavor, and the clean energy you need to power through those long days. So the next time you roll into your neighborhood 7-Eleven here in Texas, grab that 2 for $6 Black Rifle Energy deal and fuel up the American way. Black Rifle Coffee, America's coffee.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Back to the route tree.
All right, welcome back to the route tree. I'm Drew Pearson, the original number 88, and that guy sitting next to me, you see me moving away because he's a little punchy. He wants to hit somebody. We had Cliff Harrison here. We had to sit on the other side of the table. But we got Darren Woodson. Darren, thanks for taking the time to be with us.
Thanks for having me, Drew.
Man.
Yeah.
So we were talking about your trying to do this chronological lifetime span of your career, and we got to Arizona State.
Yeah.
Now, you picked that over some major colleges. You said USC was your favorite choice. But Arizona State, what lured you there?
A man by the name of Don Bakke. Don Bakke was the recruiting coordinator for Arizona State, and Bakke was the first one to tell me in my junior year in high school. He said, hey, man, you're a good athlete, and you test pretty good on your testing, but your grades suck. And he told me that, like, face to face. And he was the first one that was really true to me.
Yeah.
And I was, look, I didn't have a father figure in my life. And Coach Bakke kind of came into that role where he would, we would have really good conversation. I was 16, 17 years old having these conversations with him. And he would show up before –
because you really didn't have that father figure.
I tell you what, no, I didn't, man.
Right.
But I tell you what, man, this is how special, and I'm still great. I mean, he's one of my best persons that I've ever been around in my life. But Baki used to show up before class. My junior year, he'd say, "Hey, man, you need to go to class." And he would show up before my English class and be sitting in the hall and say, "Man, you can't be late," and blah, blah, blah. Like he just made sure that I was taken care of, and he had a really good relationship with my mother at the same time, and he was the reason. He was absolutely the reason why I went to Arizona State.
You were kind of looking for something like that kind of mentorship.
Man. I didn't have that.
Yeah.
I didn't have a mentorship, and it's the reason why I do C5 Texas now. Like, it's a mentorship program, but I didn't have that father figure that guided me. Look, my mom did a great job of raising 4 kids, but you always need a father in your life that can, or a male figure that can pour into you and tell you, "Hey, man, no, you're not doing that right," or "Yes, you're doing that right," or encourage you, or show you some vulnerability or whatnot. And I just didn't have that, man. So I was kind of, my mom worked 2 jobs. I was kind of guiding my own life for the longest time. And that wasn't, as for a 16-year-old kid, that's just not a good view to just be guiding your own life.
In your family with your brothers and sisters, where did you fall in?
I was the youngest.
The youngest.
So my brothers had gone off to the military. My sister was out of the house, and it was just me in high school.
Yeah, well, was it a natural or a given that you were going to go to college and play football, or just a given that you were going to go to college? Football just happened to be part of that.
Well, I knew football was It was either I was going to play football.
That was it.
Or I was going to the military.
You weren't going to get there.
Or I wasn't going to get there.
Same here, bro.
I just knew that. I always knew I was a good football player. I just knew that from day one. I kind of was like, 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
You just, you just.
You're dominating and all that.
You see the game differently than most, and the game kind of came easy to me. And then I started to have to work hard, to get in shape and all those things. But I loved it, man. Like, that was it. That was my passion. Like, you didn't have to encourage me to get up and go work out.
Right.
Like, that was just naturally built into me. Get me to go to the geometry class? You're going to have to entice me to get there or something, right? But
I hear you.
But football just always was natural for me. I kind of knew that I was going to go to college to play. And that was because of all the recruiting and everybody coming to me. They knew I was going to play at the next level. And I was confident in that. But grades, my grades got in the way of playing my first year in college.
Well, you finally got on the field. Once you got on the field, things really started happening. But you came on a linebacker.
Yeah, I was what they called
what were your measurements, man?
Oh, man, I was like 195. What? I'm serious, 205. But it wasn't a linebacker as you know it today. It was like
a hybrid.
It was a hybrid, same thing that I played when I was in the NFL, basically. So I covered the slot receiver. I did all kinds of other things, but it was we called it the devil back position. And I played close to the line of scrimmage at times. Sometimes I'd play a little, further out and cover guys. But Lovie Smith forced me to do things and put me in uncomfortable positions at all times in practice, and that's where I kind of, cut my teeth.
Yeah, he kind of took advantage of your talent.
Yeah, he took advantage of putting me in those awkward positions. And when I got into the NFL, finally got drafted by the Cowboys, it was kind of natural for me to just cover guys.
Yeah,
it didn't bother me.
Yeah, well, you were a hard hitter and all that, fierce and all that, but you could run too.
I can run.
You ran a 4.3. I saw on the. I said, what? A 4.3?
And that's the reason why I came in, and they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna cover.
Yeah,
your first year, you're gonna
with
you're
that
gonna
size,
cover.
running that kind of way. Yeah, it's definitely going to have to take advantage of your skills as much as we can on the field.
Yeah. And I came in and when I was playing at Arizona State, I always felt comfortable playing that position. But then when I was going to get drafted into the NFL, they still called me a hybrid. A lot of teams thought I could only play the linebacker position, and they just didn't. We didn't know what I was. I was like, we called him a tweener back then. I was a tweener, and I didn't know if I was going to get drafted as a linebacker or as a safety. So, the Cowboys drafted me, and then they decided on what they wanted to do.
Well, let's talk about that when we get back with another edition of the route tree. Talk about the Cowboy experience that day when you drafted? You looking forward to it? Were you a Cowboy fan growing up and all that kind of stuff?
I got a surprise for you.
Because I'm from New Jersey. I couldn't handle the Cowboy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a surprise for you.
Till we got that check.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be right back on the Route Tree with Darren Woodson. Thanks for being with us, Darren. Good.
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life are not guaranteed, like getting through self-checkout by yourself.
Warning, each item must be placed in the bagging area.
Not guaranteed.
Place item in the bagging area. Place item in the bagging area.
You know what AT&T guarantees? Connectivity you depend on, deals you want, and service you deserve. Or we make it right. Terms and conditions apply. Visit att.com/guarantee for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
Welcome back into Dear Doctor, the show where I answer life's questions with an ice-cold can of Dr. Pepper. Sheila, let's hear from our next caller, would you?
Dear Doctor, my friend supported me during a tough time, but what's the right gift that says, thanks for being a shoulder to cry on?
Okay, this one's easy. I say give her a delicious Dr. Pepper. Nothing says, thanks, girl, better than a one-of-a-kind soda. Yes, any Dr. Pepper flavor will do. Now, just a reminder that I don't need to be a real doctor to know that Dr. Pepper is the one you deserve.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code Cowboys VIP.
Back to the Route Tree.
All right, welcome back to the Route Tree. I'm sitting here with Darren Woodson. D, thanks for being with us, man. You're looking good. You've been working out and all.
I have no choice,
stay in shape?
man. I have no choice. But
Yeah.
Drew, I had like 12 surgeries over my NFL career, and then
12?
Yeah, 12 altogether. Like years after, I still had I had 10 while I was playing and 2 more after that. But and the
What
reason
was the
I
most
retired,
serious?
Oh, my back. My back by far.
Yeah.
My back retired me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I planned
is that
on
right?
playing. I had
Yeah.
3 years on my contract. I planned on playing those 3
You played
years.
170-something games.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I planned on and running down on special teams is a reason why.
Didn't you break your arm?
I broke my arm.
Was that on special teams or
my arm,
clubbing
wrist,
somebody?
Yeah. In the game, getting hit by Kenny Gant, breaking my arm the first time. But I've had multiple surgeries. So I got to get up, man, every day. And I just have a routine. My routine has not changed from the time that I played in the NFL.
Nice.
I get up early in the morning, even if I'm just walking.
Yeah.
But,
doing something. That discipline is still there.
It's still there, man.
Yeah.
And it's carried over to my business world, man. I think we're cut to be CEOs and executives in the business world because of all the things that we go through in the sports world, right? Think about this, man. I don't know if we're off track here, but just think about us playing in the NFL, and every day you go and you do certain things. Like it's Sunday game, Monday you wake up, you can barely walk, you have to go get treatment or sit in the ice plunge or whatnot, and then Monday after the game, you get all this, or Sunday after the game, you're getting all this criticism from everybody. Everyone, including your family, is criticizing you on something.
Right.
Monday morning, you wake up, you got to go get in a cold plunge, and then you watch film, and guess who else is criticizing? Your coaches, your own teammates, and everything is just, the film don't lie. It's just telling this story, and then the next day, it's Tuesday, and your day off, and then Wednesday comes and it starts all over again.
Yeah.
And the criticism's there, the work is there, and all that. Like, we are built to be executives. We're built for this. We're built for the criticism.
Yeah. So when you get into the business world, you see the executives, you say, hey, You know, they're no different than
they're
me.
no different,
right?
and they haven't even went through what I've gone through. They have not even gone through what I've gone through in my own personal
I used to
life.
go into those meetings and be intimidated. By that.
No.
You know?
No. I mean,
you got to have that confidence.
And that's the same executives, they want to be around athletes because they know the athletes have gone to a dark place. Whether it be athletes, military guys, they've had to go to a place to get themselves out of it, mentally get themselves out of you know some bad situations. So I'm kind of like that, man. Like I my feeling is like I've gone through things in my life, and the next day is going to come. And if the next day is going to come, I'm going to get my ass up.
Right on.
And I'm going to be resilient. I'm going to fight through it. So we're built this way.
You're built that way. You were built that way on draft day. When the Cowboys gave you a call, were you happy or sad?
No. So
glad or sad?
A little bit of both. So my buddy called me. My buddy Floyd, who got drafted by the San Diego Chargers the year before, he told me on my draft day, that he was just going to go get me a tee time at the golf course and just give me his pager. It was back in the days. I didn't have a cell phone. I had a pager, right? He gave me his pager, and he said, just go. I'll watch the draft with my family. He says, I don't want you worried about this, because I didn't know where I was going to go. I was predicted to go late first round, second round. Could have slid to third or fourth round because I was a tweener. We didn't know,
Right.
So he gave me his pager, and then I was headed to the golf course with a couple of friends, and the pager went off. And I got to the golf club, and long story short, but the guy behind the counter didn't want to give me the phone.
So on the pager, you don't have a phone number.
No, his phone number popped up.
Okay.
And I knew that when he said, once I paid you, that means you got drafted, right? So I went inside and I grabbed the phone from the guy, and it was kind of
so
like.
You didn't wait that long,
No, I didn't. Well, I did wait long because I got drafted at number 37.
37?
But
second round?
But we stopped and got drinks before the tea time. I was at Arizona State, man. We partied at school, man. Right? So
at a party school, Arizona State.
Yeah. So I ended up calling him back, and he said, "Man, I got good news and bad news." I said, "What's the good news?" He said, "You just got picked, number 37."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm doing the math in my hand. Okay, that's second round. He said, "Yeah, 37, second round pick, early second round." I can hear my family in the background. Yeah, they're screaming and stuff. And I said, "What's the bad news?" And he said, "Them damn Cowboys drafted you." And I was like, God, I hated the Cowboys when I was a kid. Like, with a passion. I similar to you. Yeah. We grew up in that Jersey area. I grew up in Phoenix, and everybody was a Cowboy fan.
Okay.
And I was a Steelers fan growing up, man. So I was kind of like, damn, or actually it wasn't even so much that I was a Steelers fan. I was anybody who played the Cowboys.
Anybody but the Cowboys.
Anybody, and my buddies used to run around with 88.
Right on.
And they were Drew Pearson.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, man.
Right
I'm telling you,
cool.
And that's why I came in the league, Drew. When I came in the league, and I just got to tell this story.
Yeah.
When I came in the league, my first year, I remember I didn't even think about it my first year or two, and then I think it was like a few years later, I found out that you weren't in the Hall of Fame. And this was like in 93, 94. And I was like, how the hell is Drew Pearson not in the Hall of Fame? Like, I could not believe that you weren't in. And then I didn't see you up on the Ring of Honor. And I was like, what in the, I ain't going to say it.
I was getting no rec back then.
But dude, this was in 93, 94. And I said, we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always tell who the people are that really changed the game or who really had an influence on football culture. It's the guys when you're a kid and you're 9, 10 years old and you're performing, you're outside and you're like, hey, I'm Drew Pearson and I'll be Roger Staubach, or I'll be so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's when like, there's been an impact, right? So that's all I knew as a kid. Like,
because we did that when we were out, Jim Brown and all that. Yeah.
So I was like, there's no way that he is not. And then I, later on, found out a lot about what
it's a process.
It's a process.
You're finding out right now.
Yeah, I found it out right now. But
we'll get into that. But so the Cowboys bring you in, and who was that? Campo was the one that really went to bat for you.
Yes, Campo went to bat. He went to Jimmy Johnson, told me we needed to draft the kid out of Arizona State, and Campbell's always been there for me, even today. Like Campbell and I are true friends. Talk to Dave Campbell every other day.
Where is he?
He's here. He's back in Dallas now.
He coached my brother. In college when he was at Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yeah. He's been everywhere. Campbell has been everywhere, but he put his neck on the line for me to get drafted, and he's like, I came in my first year. He told me, man, you better turn out, brother.
You better not mess it up, huh? Well, that little pressure motivated you, I bet. Yeah. Every time you took a lap around the field to warm up for practice, you thought about Dave Campo,
absolutely
coming to your back to support you, man. That's pretty cool. But anyway, you're at the Cowboys, and how did that go your rookie year? You come in and you had to learn the ropes. Who was ahead of you? Who were some of the people that were Brock Marion?
Yeah, well, Brock Marion came in later. He came in the year after. The guys that were in front of me were the James Washingtons and the Thomas Everetts and Ray Horton, Robert Williams. There was a number of guys that were in front of me when I first got here. And, the draft, my year in the draft, Jimmy made a concerted effort to get better at the position. He wanted to get more speed in his secondary. So he drafted Kevin Smith at number 17 in the first round, 17 pick. He drafted me in the second round. He ended up drafting a guy named Clayton Holmes in the third, and another guy named Greg Briggs in the fourth. So the organization made a concerted effort to go get better in their secondary.
And these picks were available because of the trade, right?
Because of the Herschel Walker trade. And I was one of those picks in that trade. So, but that's what their mindset was. So when I came in, it was the defensive backs that were here knew that the jobs were on the line, and but I can tell you this, man. I came in and guys like James Washington, Ray Horton, and Thomas Everett, man, they didn't even look at it as he's going to be a threat and he's going to do this. They taught me the game. I mean, they really did.
They saw your talent, wanted you to be part of this.
Yeah, they taught me the game. In my first year, I was not ready to start, so they put me at the nickel, and I kind of knew that I was going to play. I knew I was going to play a lot. I knew that. I knew my talent was going to be able to get on the field and do some things, and I just didn't know where. Is
that when to start covering the slot receiver?
My first year.
Ingrained in the nickel.
Yeah, so
you weren't in the nickel playing on the corner out here, all that
I was in that
cover up and everything.
Yeah.
No, you're right there.
I was in it. So we played a lot of man-to-man, and Kenny Gant would cover the slot, and every once in a while I would get the slot, or I covered the tight end, the best tight end on the field, and it'd be interchangeable. And Kenny Gant was another one, man. It was just incredible on my learning curve. Like, just taught me a lot about the game. Kevin Smith really was impressive and teaching me stuff, and Larry Brown. But yeah, I think that first year really showed me a lot. And then my second year was when I kind of blossomed, and I was more in the starting role.
And who was the coach at that time?
It was Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson
brought us in.
Yeah. So Jimmy Johnson was a pretty cool coach, huh? He seemed to be pretty fired.
Yeah, he wasn't that cool.
He seemed to be the complete opposite of Tom Landry.
Yeah.
But with the same
respect factor.
Respect, and whatever you had to do to win, they knew what it took.
Yeah.
Their approach might have been different.
Oh, totally different. Probably a totally different approach. But Jimmy ruled.
Because Jimmy just come from college.
Yeah. And he ruled with fear. He ruled like he had been here. I think in '89 he came in and took the job. I think it was, and they had gone 1-15. They had gone through a lot. Troy and Michael Irvin and partially Emmett. They'd gone through a lot in those early years. And when I got here, the year before, they went 11-5 and went into the playoffs and lost to the Detroit Lions the year before I got drafted. Yeah. And then when I got drafted, there was a confidence and a swagger within this organization that they knew that they were on the verge of going to the Super Bowl or making a Super Bowl appearance. And that's when I came in, and I just saw the bravado, I saw the swagger, I saw the attention to detail that Jimmy had implemented, the accountability Man, you were afraid to be. Man, you couldn't.
That's the word. Accountability.
Oh man, meetings would start at 8:00.
Yeah,
meetings started when Jimmy showed up at 7:50.
Amen.
Like you better be in the building at 6:30.
That discipline, little things.
It's the littlest things, man, and that's what made us who we were. Like a lot of talent, but at the same time, we were very, very disciplined in what we did, and I got to give that to Jimmy and his staff. Man, they did a great job of doing that.
Yeah, they certainly did. 3 Super Bowls. They were doing something right. Yeah. Let's talk about that. The road to those Super Bowls. We'll do that when the route tree continues right after this with the great Darren Woodson.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united. Cowboys fans, we've got big news. Black Rifle Energy is now available at Texas 7-Eleven stores. And for a limited time, you can score 2 cans for just $6 at participating locations. These cans pack a serious punch, 200 milligrams of caffeine, veteran-crafted flavor, and the clean energy you need to power through those long days. So the next time you roll into your neighborhood 7-Eleven here in Texas, grab that 2 for $6 Black Rifle Energy deal and fuel up the American way. Black Rifle Coffee, America's coffee.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Back to the route tree.
All right, welcome back to the Route Tree, the original 88, hanging out with Darren Woodson. It's pretty cool, this wide receiver and this DB hanging out today. And, you know, what's separating us is this table.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little punchy. I ain't hit nobody in a long time. I ain't caught no passes over the middle or nothing. I know Darren.
Yeah.
He's a little fresher coming out of the game, so I know he's a little punchy. And especially after watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Did you get into that Super Bowl this
week? I
60.
did.
You would expect it something big.
Yeah.
You know, a better game.
Yeah. I'm a defensive guy. I like a good defensive game, and you kind of saw the schemes and what they were wanting to do or get accomplished. You know, early in the game, and both defenses outplayed both offenses. I didn't think Seattle's offense or Sam Darnold played that well against the New England Patriots, but I did see a team in Seattle that just carried its identity across the board. Like that's who they've been all season long, and that didn't change in this game. They brought a lot of different pressures. They confused Drake May. And in the end, they got enough stops to get the ball back to their offense, and their offense basically was kicking field goals for most of the game.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was looking for a little more offense.
Yeah.
Because
of course you were. Yeah.
You have 2 weeks to prepare for this game.
Yeah.
All right? Mm-hmm. I know with Coach Landry, 2 weeks, we were putting stuff in that game plan y'all ain't seen.
Right.
All right? Mm-hmm. Movement, motion, everything y'all ain't seen yet.
Yeah.
And just trying to deceive the defense a little bit and try to move the football. You talk about you a Steeler fan. I was going against those steel curtain defenses.
Yeah.
You know, the best defensive back I ever played.
I got a question. How were those defenses?
Oh, man, tough.
Were they?
Yeah. You had to button that chin strap twice. You had to make sure it was buttoned.
Right.
The best defensive back I ever played against, by far, the great Mel Blount.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's 6'4". He was 205, ran a 4.5, and he's in a steel curtain defense.
Right.
And then he's playing that what we call the 41-46 defense, where the cornerback is going to come up and either bump you and play zone or bump you and run with you.
Okay.
But Mel would not be 5 yards off. All right, he's right on you. And that presence,
Right.
And I'm here 170, 185 pounds trying to get off the line on him.
Right.
But, yeah, the steel curtain was the best defense
we
played against. And you'll see this when your time comes for the Hall, when you get in that Hall of Fame luncheon, and it's just Hall of Famers there. And the first time I went in there, and they started introducing the teams and who's, and I said, damn, they still introducing them Steelers?
Right.
And I touched Tony. I said, Tony, no wonder we couldn't beat those guys. Look how many Hall of Famers they got.
Yeah.
But, that were the team of the 70s. And if they didn't do what they did, we would have been that team. But,
right.
But I don't know why you're a Steeler fan. But anyway.
It was what it was.
Donnie Shell and George Atkinson. He was with the Raiders. Donnie Shell and the other cornerback, Brown. I used to send Tony Hill over to Mel Blunt.
You go to work the other side. Work the other side.
I said, you go take Mel out, But anyway, your Super Bowls, what the journey to those, man. It's pretty cool. I mean, you think about when you get there, you think about all the things you have to overcome to get there. You want to take advantage of that and make it work.
Yeah,
right?
You do, man. It's just, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I can remember being a 7-8-year-old kid just wanting to play. It didn't matter who I played for. I just wanted to play in the Super Bowl. I wanted to get the experience because it was, nationally and domestically here, it's the greatest game out there. It's just, having a Super Bowl appearance or just having the experience of getting there was awesome. And, I was just on the right team at the right time, man, and God blessed me with that. But, it's you win that game and you think about that experience of winning the Super Bowl, but it's the guys, man. It's the guys that you played with. It's like it's the lead up to being in that locker room, and like you said, the camaraderie and the wins and the losses. And people don't realize how long a season is, man. It's it's not, the season doesn't start during the preseason. The season starts in the off-season program, like in March.
Amen.
And you're working out together. You spend more time with your teammates than you do your own family. And when you go through an entire season, back then it was 16 games, and you play the playoffs and you win those games and go to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl, man, those memories are never lost. They're never lost. Like, you carry that for the rest of your life. And it's a fraternity of guys that got that goal accomplished, and that's what's so fun about it.
And that's the same kind of feeling that carried through 3 Super Bowls.
Oh, 3 Super Bowls.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, and you're pissed off about it because we won 2 back-to-back and then lost an NFC Championship game, which that one burns probably more than anything. I mean, more
Who'd you
than
lose
anything.
to?
We lost to San Fran in the NFC Championship game, man, and it was like heartbreaking in the fact that there was a lot of changes that were taking place. Jimmy was no longer there,
right,
and we just we couldn't get the job done, and it was just a surprise that we didn't go up there because we owned San Fran at that time. Like, we used to beat them all the time, and we didn't get the job done on that one, and that set us back. Ended up going back the next year, but. I think this team with Jimmy Johnson could at least won 4 or 5 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah, were you disappointed with that transition?
Yes, absolutely.
Jimmy back, because it's like night and day with the coaching styles.
Absolutely. Right? But again, I tell you that there was a goal that was set early on, and Jimmy set that goal. And the attention, like I said, the attention to detail. There was no missing meetings. There were no. Times where you just made mental mistakes. Jimmy used to have this saying, like, look, sometimes, the guy across from you is going to kick your ass. He's going to be physically better than you, but I will not accept mental mistakes. And I'm telling you, we were the most disciplined team. We didn't hurt ourselves
under Jimmy. Yeah.
Under Jimmy, we did not make mental mistakes, and that's what really helped us. Because everybody is, talent-wise, in the NFL, talent is extremely close.
Yeah.
It's not like every team is
different.
There's a huge gap in talent. So it's a team that makes the least mental mistakes, a team that is the most disciplined, a team that figures out a way to turn the ball over or keep the ball in hand. That's a team who normally wins.
Any of the 3 stand out more special than the others? The way you had to come through that season,
yeah, 95,
and win that game.
Well, the first one's always the special one.
Yeah,
the first one was in '92, and that was like our first time breaking through. So that was special, and that was in my rookie year. But I would say the third one, the memory there was, we went back to Phoenix. And we played in Sun Devil Stadium where I played college ball at.
How cool is that?
It was awesome, man. It was
I bet how many ticket requests did you get?
Dude, I broke the rules. I know I broke the rules buying as many tickets as I bought for family. Like, it wasn't even just my family. It was,
buds.
It was teachers.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Coaches that coached me.
You remember me?
Oh man.
I'm your boy.
But it was those people that I just went back, because that was an emotional time, because I can't tell you how many teachers poured into me, how many coaches poured into me. Drew, I've never done anything or accomplished anything by myself, anything in my life. Not one thing. There's always been someone who gave me a break, or someone who poured into me, or someone who lifted me up in the bad times. And those are the people I wanted to show, man. I wanted to honor them, so I gave up a whole bunch of Super Bowl tickets, and then we ended up winning the game, and it was just the icing on the cake, man. It was a really good time.
Now, how'd you keep them all out of that victory party?
Oh, they did. They came.
They all.
Oh, they came. Yeah. And Barry Switzer let them all in.
Yeah,
too.
come on in. Right on.
Had half of Phoenix over there, half of Maryville in there.
Right on, Maryville. How far was that from Phoenix?
Well, it's in Phoenix on the west side of town. So from Tempe, it's about 25-minute drive.
Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. And so coming through, they had Super Bowls there already. And you saw how the pageantry and the big build-up already.
Yeah.
So you were prepared for that first time it came around.
Yeah.
But anyway, talking about being prepared, you were prepared for life after football. Let's talk a little bit about that and what you're doing now in your life after football, a little bit about your family, and you let your kids play, your young men play football. I don't know. I had one son. He didn't want to play, and it was okay with me.
Yeah, you're okay.
All right, but we'll talk about what you're doing now and Darren Woodson's life after football, and then we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's do that when we get them back on the Route Tree.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united. Cowboys fans, we've got big news. Black Rifle Energy is now available at Texas 7-Eleven stores. And for a limited time, you can score 2 cans for just $6 at participating locations. These cans pack a serious punch, 200 milligrams of caffeine, veteran-crafted flavor, and the clean energy you need to power through those long days. So the next time you roll into your neighborhood 7-Eleven here in Texas, grab that 2 for $6 Black Rifle Energy deal and fuel up the American way. Black Rifle Coffee, America's coffee.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network, so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Back to the Route Tree.
All right, welcome back to the Route Tree with the original 88. Sitting across from me is the great Darren Woodson. And Woody, you're talking about preparation. You did all that through college, 3 Super Bowls, and now you're out of the NFL. And what were you going to do? You going to coach?
Retired? No, I knew I wasn't going to coach.
Yeah?
I knew. I mean, look, I
had a plan.
I had a plan. So My agent is a guy named George Bass, still one of my mentors.
Still a friend?
Absolutely.
Right on.
George Bass was the CFO. Not only did he represent myself, Michael Irvin. I remember the basketball player Larry Johnson. Yeah. He represented he had a group of about 8 players that he represented. But his day job was he was the CFO of a retail group called Weber and Company, and I used to watch them do super targets all up and down the North Tollway, and they did a great job. I mean, they were killing it back then, and I was curious to know what they were doing, and he told me, if you're curious, why don't you take down an office space in the off season?
Wow. Cool.
And come watch what we're doing. And that's exactly what I did. I took down an office space, watched what they were doing, got more involved, but that I kind of knew when I got done that I was going to do something involving real estate. And when I finally finished, Roger told me that I should go into real estate immediately, and I chose the opposite. I went ahead and went into TV.
Okay.
Which now I'm kicking myself in the ass.
Opportunity.
Because it was comfortable. It was Drew was just comfortable. I've been around football all my life. I actually thought, in my mind I had the back injury which retired me, and the doctor said, hey, the nerve in your back will heal in the next 8 months. And I told Parcells is like, I don't want you to retire. And he said, but go ahead, take your 8 months off and you're coming back after that. And I just couldn't do it anymore. But I ended up going to ESPN and working there as an analyst for NFL Live and Sports Center and all that. And that was my natural transition. And in the end, it led me back to where my heart is, and that's in commercial real estate.
Oh, okay. So how's business going now?
Very good.
Yeah?
Business is good.
So you're the CEO over there?
No, we're partners. I have multiple partners.
Is that right?
And we got acquired by a much larger firm a couple of years ago in Cressa, and we're still managing partners, but I'm going to always do this.
Is it commercial real estate?
So we do exactly what Roger did. Roger is the pioneer of tenant rep.
Tenant repping.
Absolutely. So we do tenant rep, and he showed us a lot. My partners come from that Staubach tree. Yeah. And that's what we do. So that's.
Well, Roger was doing it when the market was a little different around here, right?
Absolutely.
It's a little more of a challenge.
Yeah, much more of a challenge. It's much more of a challenge today because of the competition that's out there. But, Roger basically had to cut his teeth.
Yeah.
And basically pioneer the industry early on. And then he sold his company for a nice
big
little
money.
piece of change.
The richest guy ever played.
Yeah. So he did a great job.
But when I retired, he tried to get me involved in the business. And I said, well, I appreciate that, but I want to do my own thing. I wanted to sell headwear because I had these 2 guys beating on me, wanting to do it for a whole football season and everything. And I finally agreed to do that. And I said, Roger, let me try this, and if it doesn't work, I'll be at your door, okay? But I need a little investment money. And he initially invested in my company.
Oh, he did.
He trusted me that way.
Oh, wow.
And we had success doing it. NFL, all the major sports leagues and all that, did it for 23 years. And when it came time, every year we could pay Roger back interest and everything. Let it ride. Let it ride.
Never took
That's the kind of guy.
He never took a distribution, huh?
But being around him, I learned a lot about business acumen and all that. And, of course, the way Coach Landry ran the team, it was like a business anyway. Setting goals, ways, means, and methods to reach those goals and all that kind of stuff. And analytical, how we did it, the computer printouts and stuff like that. That was all.
You guys are before your time.
That's all preparation. When we used to come off field on a Thursday, which was a defensive day, Roger and Robert Newhouse, they're running out of the locker room without even showering. Where you going, Roger? I got a class over here in real estate. Where you going, Newhouse? Well, I got a class at UT Dallas. You know what Robert Newhouse was while he was playing?
No.
He was a bail bondsman.
I didn't know
he
that.
was bailing people out on Tuesday, which was our off day. He'd sit at the courthouse and bailing people out through the bails. But we had to do things like that that prepare us for life after football.
That is so crazy.
You have any crazy stories like that with some of your guys?
No, man. We play football. Like I came in, when I came in, the only thing, and Jimmy was pretty much the beginning of an off-season program in the NFL. Like he started the whole advent of having an off-season program. So you didn't have any excuses. You had to be there. I had to be there early morning, starting in March, and getting ready for the season to come up. But in March 17th, I think it was like 16th, 17th of every year, that we worked out as a group, as a defensive back group, and did everything we needed to do. We got our, watched a little film and whatnot, and then we went home. I'd be home at about 9:30 a.m., 10 o'clock every morning. And then I would go over to George Bass or whatnot and go over to the office. But I didn't, we didn't have like that second job. I mean, what you guys were doing was incredible. I mean, you guys worked, jobs while you were playing, and that just wasn't a part of it.
We had to. We were making no money.
Yeah.
My first year salary was $14,500. What was yours?
My first year. Oh my God.
$14,500.
Oh man.
And I didn't get it in cash, honestly.
Oh man.
I got it paid out over a season.
Dude, I got a signing bonus early, like a 1.4. Like it was, it was different.
And Drew, you were how old then? 22?
22.
Wow.
21, 22.
Got $1 million bucks in your pocket.
Yeah, I had a little cash in my pocket. But I'll say this, Drew. I remember. I still remember you calling me. You don't remember this?
No, I don't.
So I signed a contract. It was the largest safety contract, and it was a 6-year, $36 million contract. And you called me. You called me, and you
was I working for TV or something?
No. You called me to congratulate me.
I know.
Yeah, and you probably don't remember.
I don't remember. Hey, I don't remember yesterday. I get this switch one.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell it. So
tell it.
I signed, and it was like the next day, and the news had broke, and I remember getting a call. I didn't recognize your number, and I ended up picking up. And you said, "Hey, this is Drew Pearson." Hey, this is Drew Pearson. I said, "Hey, Drew, how are you?" You said, "I'm doing great." I said, "You said I just want to congratulate you on your new contract," and I said, "Man, I appreciate that." And you said, "You know what, man? You made more money." You told me this than half of our team.
Back then,
in that one deal, and you said, "Man, God bless you," and that was it.
That was it. Right on,
that was
man.
it, man. So I appreciated that.
Right on, man.
No, I still, dude. I remember a lot of things.
I'm still trying to get a fee for that. Should I send you an invoice?
You want to get your cut, huh?
Right on, Woody. But anyway, the family, everybody's good and all that.
Family's great, man, and we're all trying to get into that real estate game, and I'm trying to bring them up, man. That's what we do.
We're gonna wrap it up, but when we wrap it up, talk about the Hall of Fame and all that, and how we all go through this process.
Yep.
And everybody is different for everybody, but it's the Pro Football Hall of Fame,
right?
The most prestigious of all Hall of Fame. So we'll do that with Darren Woodson when we return. Hood, hood.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united. Cowboys fans, we've got big news. Black Rifle Energy is now available at Texas 7-Eleven stores. And for a limited time, you can score 2 cans for just $6 at participating locations. These cans pack a serious punch, 200 milligrams of caffeine, veteran-crafted flavor, and the clean energy you need to power through those long days. So the next time you roll into your neighborhood 7-Eleven here in Texas, grab that 2 for $6 Black Rifle Energy deal and fuel up the American way. Black Rifle Coffee, America's coffee.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Back to the route tree.
All right, Woody. Welcome back to the show. Thank you. We're going to talk some Hall of Fame, man. You've been a finalist a few times, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What, 4 times?
I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4
Semifinalist.
times. Yeah.
So, what did you think about this last go round? Did you have hopes? Because of
I mean, I think we all have
timing.
hopes. No, I didn't even think about it that way, Drew. I just thought like it's my time to go in. I didn't think it was, anything about timing or whatnot. I just felt like, look, I think as a competitor, you just, and I'm sure this is the same way you thought, as a competitor and a guy who put so much time into the game, and winning championships and being a team player and running down on special teams and doing all the little things it took to win games. I just felt like I've always felt that spot that, I should be in the Hall of Fame, period. Yeah. And I don't have any regrets by saying that or any shame in saying that. I just felt like that's the natural next step, and it hasn't happened just yet. And and why it hasn't happened, I have no idea. But I'm not gonna, bury myself on this, man. I'm grateful still for the opportunity. Yeah, I still have an opportunity, man. I still have an opportunity to make a change and change lives and do those things. But I'm still. It's still there. Still, it's not like the door is closed, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, no, it's not closed. It never closes until you get in. Then I say, close it. Make it tougher for the next guy. I'm in now. I waited 38 years for
I know, and that's why I don't.
Decade and all there, and I'm watching other receivers and other guys that were second team all decade going in. But the one thing I only did once, I never criticized the Hall of Famer. Like even Steve Largent, who I went to college, he was 2 years. I was 2 years ahead of him, and I saw him go in. But all I said when Steve went in is that if he's a Hall of Famer, then I must be one too.
Absolutely.
So wait my turn. So you just have to wait for that time to come around. But it is a hard wait.
Yeah.
I waited 38 years, and but here's the thing: when it comes, it always seems like the right time. All right? That was the right time. If it came 10 years earlier, it might have been the right time for me.
Right.
But when it came, it was the right time. Things were going on in my life, personally, business-wise, and things like that, that I needed that uplift. I needed that boost. I needed that instant credibility. And that's what the Hall of Fame did for me. And it'll do the same thing for you, man.
Yeah.
You're talking about closing deals, man. You'll be coming in. If you got something to sell, you'll be able to get in the door to sell it, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate
But that's what kind of recognition this Hall of Fame is.
Yeah.
And the one thing I never did was I criticized the process once, okay? And I felt bad after doing that because when your time does come and you're in the hall, again, that Hall of Fame luncheon, you don't want to be in that room where you criticize people that
I agree.
Now you're up in there.
Yeah.
You know?
Look, and I agree with that. I think there's something to be said about the honor code that goes along with being a Hall of Famer. But that's never going to stop.
It's unspoken.
It's unspoken, but that's never going to stop me. And, look, I feel like I told you earlier, I feel like I'm built a certain way. Yeah. And I'm not ashamed for me to ever say I am as competitive as a person that there ever will. That's the reason why I burn as hot as I do. 5:15 in the morning, every morning. I burn hot, dude. And I've always burned hot like this. And it's the reason why I've been able to win championships, play at the highest level, start a business, sell a business, do all those things. And when you have that mindset and when you have that internally in you, you don't you're not satisfied till you get there. So I'm still hot. I'm still going. I'm going to trust the process because I know at some point it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
But I was the same way with you, Drew.
Yeah.
I was kind of, when I found out that you weren't, I was like, what?
Yeah.
And that wasn't cool. That didn't sit well.
I've never been to finals or semifinals.
No, and it didn't sit well in the fact that you weren't in the Ring of Honor. It never sat well.
I waited 29 years to get in the Ring of Honor.
Absolutely. That never sat well as well. So it's like, that's and I don't think we should ever sit back. And I don't care if it doesn't have to be just a Hall of Fame. It can't be, it's not just, those things. It could be anything outside of that. Like, settling is not good.
Amen, brother.
I just can't settle.
Yeah.
And I'll never be settled. Yeah. And it's okay to be uncomfortable and make people feel a little bit uncomfortable at times because you're not settled. Like it's okay.
Well, you know what it feels like to be a Hall of Famer. Arizona Sports Hall of Fame and all that. Arizona State Hall of Fame.
But I'm missing one.
So,
but I'm missing one.
Here's the deal. I like to brag. I'm in 9 Hall of Fames. From Pop Warner football right on up, man. And I had that cap. Now I can say the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But anyway, your kids, did they follow you? Did they play?
Oh, man, yeah.
You go to the games? How cool is that?
Some old kids are older now. They've been they played a little bit, and they play a little basketball, played baseball. I had one that played baseball, went to Oklahoma State, and he's 24. And then I have a 9-year-old now that loves playing football. Not sure if that's what he's going to do. And I don't put pressure on my kids.
I hear you.
Like I allow them to do whatever they want to do. That they're passionate about, because in the end, and I keep trying to tell a lot of these guys who they think their kids to the next Tom Brady or the next, let them enjoy the moment. Mm-hmm. Let your kid enjoy the moment. Just not force him. If he don't want to play or she does not want to play volleyball, don't force them to do something they don't want to do, because no one's out there. People forget. I can't tell you how many times I was out there by myself.
Amen.
Early in the morning, and it was hot as heck. And I had to get things done by myself. My mom wasn't out there. Mm-hmm. My friends weren't out there. It was just me and the heat and my blood pressure and my heart rate was racing. That's on us, dude.
Yeah.
That is on us. So, allow them to be them.
Yeah.
And figure out where their passions lie.
Well, that's what my son, I got 2 beautiful daughters and 1 son, and different mom and all that. 2 daughters were Planned Parenthood, and my son was whoops.
Yeah.
Okay. But he never got into sports. I made him play football at the Pee Wee football, and he almost got killed doing that.
Right.
But I found out later he's very artistic.
Yeah.
In music, and he's a graphic designer now. He he graduated from Loyola Marymount.
Oh yeah, he's sharp.
But you got to let them be them,
yes.
right?
Yes.
You can't make them be what you are.
Exactly.
Especially a football player.
Exactly.
You if you don't want to be, you can't make nobody.
You can't make anybody do
play that game.
That's true.
Because of what it's all about. Anything you want to add, Darren?
No, man.
Charities or anything?
No, man. C5
Before we get out of here, we'll let you out of here.
Yeah.
We got it's like 60-minute show, man.
Yeah,
we got enough here for the last 2 or 4 shows. We appreciate you really taking the time, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Isn't this pretty cool here at the Cowboys?
It is, man. You guys have done a great job.
They got me here. The Cowboys came up with this name.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Huh. That's special.
Connection with me running pass routes, and I'd say the 3 most important things for a receiver. Number 1, catch the football. Mm-hmm. All right, you catch the football, they'll find the plays. I don't care how fast, slow, big, or little.
Right,
they'll get you. Second, now you're on the field. Run good, disciplined routes, and run where you're supposed to be, and the timing and all that, and work on that. And the third thing, a lot of receivers don't want to do is block.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
With Landry, you weren't playing if you didn't block.
Yeah.
Tony Dorsett went 99. Who threw the last block?
Is that out of field, Drew? You slipped into somebody?
Yeah, my 4.7 speed. Running with Tony. Good thing I had a head start. But anyway, Dan, we appreciate you taking the time and joining us here.
Man, I appreciate it, brother.
Right on.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Hood. There he goes, the great Darren Woodson right here on the Route Tree. We'll be back with another episode with the Route Tree right here at the Cowboy headquarters. We're so proud to be here. And thank you, Chris and Malcolm, my executive producer, for bringing in all these awesome guests for the show. And we're streaming live right here on the Cowboy Network. Hood up. We'll see you next episode. Hood up.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?